Welcome back, all you sports and gambling fans out there. Today we're doing some NHL betting coverage, and joining me here is Dave Golokhov, our very own SBR contributor. Today he's providing us with his top 3 winning NHL picks of the day. All right, Dave, the first game that you cover right now is between the Vancouver Canucks and the Chicago Blackhawks. In this spot, you think that it's a bit too risky to bet on the Blackhawks at minus 190, considering that they're coming off that discouraging loss to the Coyotes. But why else do you think that we should be betting on the over in this case, man?
Well, I think this is a tough game to handicap overall. It's a tough night to handicap overall. You know, we do these videos, regardless of how many games are on the card. Tonight there's only 3, so we don't have a whole lot to pick from. We do our 3 picks. So we'll start off with the Vancouver-Chicago game. Look, here's the bottom line. You got to lay minus 190 with the Blackhawks team that just lost at home to the Arizona Coyotes. This is a team that's actually lost 3 of 4 at home, and you take a look at a bigger sample of how this team has played in 2015. They're 8-1. So how interested are you in laying minus 190 with the Blackhawks team, knowing all those factors? At the same time, you got a Canucks team. Yeah, they're in playoff position, but this is not a team that plays overly. They haven't been playing overly well since that hot start either. They are basically 500 as well since I think since about the middle of December, they're about 500, not playing particularly well. Then you factor in that Vancouver has won. Actually, they're 5-4 in their last 9 at the United Center. On the other hand, you got the Blackhawks are 20-6 versus teams with a winning record this season, and it makes it for a really tough game to handicap, especially with the juice being where it is. We're really more taking a shot more than anything with this game, betting the over. I'm just surprised to see a Blackhawks game with a total of 5 really at home. When that's been the case, it's 4-0 this season, and it's cashed in 16 of the last 24 times that they've been at home with a total of 5 or less. So I'm going over the number here.
All right, man. Now, the other game that you covered was between the Detroit Red Wings and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, the Pens are coming in as minus 140 favorites for this one, yet you believe that we'll have a little bit more luck if we take the under 5.5 goals. But why do you think we're not going to see many goals in this match, man?
Well, again, we're sort of taking a shot. The reality here is that it's another tricky game to handicap. Not as crazy of a number here that you're laying with Pittsburgh, but to be honest with you, Pittsburgh hasn't been that good over the last month and a half. This is a team that's been very sluggish, and, great example is on the weekend. They go to Vancouver and lose 5-0. They get completely shut out, which is a bit surprising for a team with so much firepower, right? You take a look at how they've played of late. They've lost 7 of their last 11 games. So a bit of a concern. On the flip side, you got the Detroit Red Wings coming to town. They're coming to town with a backup goaltender, but with Peter Mrazek in net, they've actually been playing well of late. They've won 9 of 10. Pittsburgh, a team that typically bounces back after bad outings. They're 7-3 after scoring 1 goal or less in their previous game. They play a little bit better against these playoff type teams, 15-11 against teams with a winning record. Detroit only 8-9. I mean, a bit of a dicey situation either way you want to go on the line. I could make a case for both sides. I think under is what makes more sense. Marc-Andre Fleury expected back in net tonight. He's posted back-to-back shutouts. I mentioned Mrazek. He's got a .67 GAA in his last 3 starts. Under is 8-0 when the Pens score 1 or less in their previous game, and 8-2 when they lost by 2 or more in their previous game. Again, that supports the stats that they play much tighter defensively after losing. So I think under is the best play here.
All right, man. And finally, you covered that Washington Capitals at the San Jose Sharks game. Now, here you're also expecting a low-scoring match. But, dude, I mean, the Sharks kind of seem to dominate this series, and taking them at minus 125 doesn't seem too bad. Now, why do you think we should go on the under here?
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, it's I guess it's a night of unders that we're aiming for. Or actually, no, 2 unders, 1 over. I forgot about the first under there, but 2 unders, 1 over. It's a crappy card to handicap in terms of sides, in my opinion. We talked about the other 2 games. Well, here you got a Capitals team who comes into town, winners of 3 of 4. Braden Holtby's been fantastic in net in his last 5 starts, goals against average of .8. You take a look at the San Jose Sharks. They are coming into this game losers of 4 of 5. The losses, 3 of those losses at home: Calgary, Edmonton, Carolina. They're losing to crappy teams at home. Not even good teams, so not even respectable losses really for San Jose. Very streaky team. But then on the flip side, you mentioned it, the Sharks have won, 22 of the last 26 meetings between the sides, 11 of the last 12 in San Jose. Clearly, there's a pattern of success for the Sharks when they face Washington. So I'm not particularly interested in taking the Caps as a dog here. And then the other thing I should mention is that the Caps are coming off an ugly performance themselves, losing at home to Philadelphia, only 14 shots on net in that game. So overall, I think under is the better play here. Sharks usually have totals of 5 at home. Today you get 5.5. Holtby's been playing well in net. Hopefully that carries over, and that's about it. I mean, again, tough night to handicap, but we're playing totals tonight.
Oh, we got to do what we can with what we have, man. All right, Dave, good stuff. Thanks for all the insights and the picks, and we'll talk again on Monday. Now, everyone else, don't forget to check back with Dave tomorrow for some more sports coverage and your free picks. Till then, for SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.